Dallas, Texas, the one-time home of world-class championship wrestling, a wrestling promotion that fans in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex still talk about to this very day. Shows, moments, matches, feuds, Von Erichs, Freebirds, Chris Adams, Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin, Precious and Sunshine, Iceman King Parsons being cold as ice, willing to sacrifice Buddy Roberts' hair with the Freebird hair cream, Kerry Von Erich facing off against Ric Flair in memory of David Von Erich. So many great moments in the history of world-class championship wrestling, and you can never, never, never get that theme song out of your head. There are going to be so many great moments that people still talk about for years and years and years. As for this particular show, though, this was more of the equivalent of the state of the world-class championship wrestling roster in 2023. Desolate, not very many people left, and the people that are left really are just confused about even what time of the day it is. I'm Charles Renton with my review of WWE Raw from Dallas, Texas, and yeah. Okay, the reason this review is up later than normal is because I decided to go watch a Regal mystery movie. It was called It's a Wonderful Knife. No, really, that was the name. It was fun. Check out my review to see how fun I thought that movie was. So that's why this review is later. And I'm going to say, I'm getting to the point now where by either the go-home show for Survivor Series or the show right after Survivor Series, that's going to be the cutoff. I don't think I can review this in December. I think I need to take a break. The format of Raw has just beaten me down to the point, like, it's the predictability isn't a problem, but it's like you have these... It's just so formulaic. Even the good moments, you're just like, okay, like, what's next? When's the other shoe going to drop? And it's not even that it's necessarily bad. It's just, it cycles through the same stuff and follows the same beats. I know they're in a holding pattern, but goddamn. Anyway, recaps of the tag title switch after they switched the tag titles recently at Fastlane. And 12,000 plus people in the American Airlines Center. Isn't that the same venue that New Japan Pro Wrestling ran the G1 Climax Special in 2018? I'm trying to remember. So, Judgment Day, they gloat. Well, Balor and Priest gloat. Cody comes down. Whoa, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I know why they're doing this, but Cody's like, this isn't over. They what Priest to death. Priest was like, you can't finish your story. And Cody and Damian at Crown Jewel. I like that idea. We'll need actors, people who can read lines with and interact with others. That's a deep cut MST3K reference. So Jay and then JD McDonough and everybody, popcorn vendors and Judgment Day t-shirts get there, and it's a brawl. And then eventually Cody gets his leg, hit with a chair on the steel steps. Why? Because why not? Because he just wants to be like his dad. He ain't ever going to be like his dad. Recaps of what we just saw. Jay gets Cody and then gets Cody's shoe, the source of his power. New Day took on Alpha Academy with Maxine and Tozawa. 22 minutes into the show, we got this where there's some talent in here. And I don't mind comedy at some points, but I zoned out during this. I didn't care. I did not fucking care. And this is all because Tozawa was doing some funny stuff working out. And I'm sorry, maybe it was funny to some people. It wasn't funny to me. Xavier pinned Otis. This was 11 minutes. Jackie then interviewed Becky. Well, Zaya was in the background like, what can I do? Can I attack Becky now? Should I? No, that's what they would expect me to do. And, well, they're going to give Ivar a singles push because Valhalla is dear. Eric apparently is really injured since they're going to push Ivar. Recaps of Rollins and Drew. And then we cut to Rollins talking to Rhea. Rhea's like, you need us. You need us. We tried to take the title from you, but maybe we want to help you keep the title from Drew. I don't need you. This is tiring. Judgment Day all over the goddamn place. There is not even Zool. There was only Judgment Day. Natty then interrupts Indy and Candace talking. They talk in cliches. And look, I like Natty, but I don't know. But they're having her be the, I guess, elder stateswoman, the veteran of this thing, and just getting in everybody's business, which, all right. I mean, I guess there are worse things to do. She's on TV. Becky makes her entrance. We go to break. Lyra's in the front row. God damn, she looked great. Indy versus Becky, NXT Women's Championship. It wasn't bad. It was also only given 9 minutes. Whipping Lynch into the barricade. It is like Fritz von Erich's father never left. If you know, you know. The Disarmer got the victory. There was nothing wrong with this. And when we get a show of respect afterwards, and then we get Lyra and Becky facing off. I think Becky's going to end up winning, and her and Lyra will face off either at Deadline or soon after, where Lyra will eventually take it from her. I think they got more open challenges here with Becky. Candice, by the way, was watching on backstage, and then Zaya chopped her in the throat. Me next. Pierce and Aldis are talking backstage. Pierce is like, I'm going to let you stay back here, and cool. It was, all this Valderall that happened on SmackDown, which I'm not going to be reviewing SmackDown all that much, and I'm not going to be even watching SmackDown this week because it's on FS1. I'm not fighting with my cable company. But War Games hype. Have a great show. Knock 'em dead. Kevin Von Erich was looking around like, dick. Anyway, so the Rumbles in Tampa or St. Petersburg, Crown Jewel's on the 4th. Crown Jewel, by the way, will be reviewed Saturday afternoon, evening. Probably evening. Because I'm going to work, because I'm not going to miss out on some hours on my paycheck just to watch an event that I think might have some good moments, but really isn't worth watching live. Pierce has security, wants to double security. Contract signing, I need my challengers. And then the family of the challenger crew is like, dick! Boom! So, yeah, Shayna, Zoe, Raquel, and Nia show up. Nia cuts a promo that made me wish that nobody was ever allowed to speak on camera again. In fact, Nia Jax actually actively set women's wrestling back just by cutting that promo. And then Rhea shows up. We get a big schmoz. Did they pipe in the booze for Nia? Genuine question here. I'm willing to be corrected, but it sounded like they turned everything up quickly. This was bad. This was really bad because Nia's bad. I mean, outside of just the bullshit, of who she is as a person, this has been really bad. Anyway, Kaiser tells Vinci you got to put Gargano down. Here comes Bronson. Says, how about I face Gunther in round 2? And then Tozawa wants a match and chops him. And then Maxine's like, what are you doing with your hand? Put that thing away. Like she would ever actually say that in real life. That's mean. Gargano then made his entrance, and I noted to the movie, because once I saw Gargano, I said, fuck it, I'm getting ready for the movie. Gargano then beat Vinci very quickly. Ciampa was also there, because DIY is back, and they're probably going to win the tag titles, and then NXT will just invade more of Raw, because we aren't allowed to have nice things. I'm sorry, but this reunion does nothing for me. Nakamura then cuts another promo, which I don't care about because you know why. Nakamura's lost twice to Seth Pheasant Raw. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't. He's just going to continue to lose. Logan Paul cuts a promo about Ray. Here's Dominic. They go back and forth and do the stuff. Booze forever for Dominic. Samantha gets brought in, looking incredible, by the way. And he says, after I beat your man, look, I know you were professional about it, but how about you get ready to announce me as the new U.S. champion? She's not going to do that. Ricochet seemingly comes from another dimension and attacks and tries to lay out Dominic, but Logan Paul pulls him away. We're probably getting Ray and Ricochet, Ray as it were, against Logan Paul and Dominic. Samantha looked incredible. Ricochet better not fumble, that's all I'm saying. Chelsea Green and Piper took on Natty and Nikki. Nikki, either was staring like David Von Erich's, the state of David Von Erich's intestines, which doesn't really make sense, or like Mike Von Erich after toxic shock syndrome. So, I don't know why she had the 1,000-yard stare. I don't give a shit. Just wandering around. Natty got beaten. That happened. Drew then tells Jay what happened to Sammy is on you. Miz wants more opportunities. Aldis sees potential in him. Rhea signs the stuff. Keeps the pen. God, I wish I was that pen. and says, Dominic, let's go get some ice for your face. And Drew faced Sammy in probably the best match of the night. The problem is I don't really care about either of these guys, but good near falls, good pace. Sammy is strong as hell for being able to pick up Drew like that. Drew's very, very powerful. Rhea shows up. Who's she going to distract? Drew takes advantage of the Claymore, and there you are. And then Pierce sees Nikki walk by and says, I need a drink. I don't blame him. I feel like drinking, and I don't drink. Aldis also decided to leave just before that. Here comes Bronson beat Tozawa while Maxine was there. Bad comedy with the Alphas, New Day, DIY, and Tozawa doing weird stuff with a Dallas Cowboys championship belt. It's the closest the Dallas Cowboys will get to a championship anytime soon. And then Seth is yelling at Drew, and Drew yells at Seth, and they say, we won't have Judgment Day there, so they're trying to Ultimate Warrior and Savage SummerSlam 92 this shit. Halloween Raw next week, I'm afraid. And then Priest beat Jay via shenanigans, and Cody came out limping and tried to Pillmanize Priest's ankle, and that's it. Okay, I'll do what I can to review Raw until we get to Survivor Series, but after that, guys, it's going to be intermittent, even during Mania season. Agree, disagree, what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retland. I'll see you soon.